Welcome back, fear-fiends, to the Chillergeist League tables. Today, we've got a truly unholy matchup for you in the supernatural/ghost horror division. But before we dive into the stats, let's look at the career trajectories of our two terrifying contenders. In the blood-red corner, we have the ancient and terrifying Pazuzu, a true pioneer of possession, haunting our screens since the classic film The Exorcist. Boris, what do you make of his longevity in the field?
Subject Pazuzu's operational lifespan is statistically impressive. Doctor, spanning multiple millennia, though his primary documented cinematic engagement began in 1973. One must evaluate his consistency rating through various host transformations and shifts in target spiritual vulnerability.
Exactly. Has he adapted, or is he relying on past glory? And then, in the corpse blue corner, we have the fiery red-faced demon.
Subject Red-Faced Demon, originating in the Insidious franchise in 2010, displays a high rookie impact factor and a rapidly increasing astral projection metric. Their future prospects appear statistically robust, Doctor, particularly within the further realm.
Precisely. So, we have the ancient evil versus the modern tormentor, the possessor versus the projector. Who truly dominates? After this brief look at their careers, we'll dive deep into the numbers that define their terror. Stay tuned for the detail of the tape. Alright, fear-fiends, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the numbers that truly define terror. First up, Pazuzu.
Subject Pazuzu's total confirmed manifestations across canonical appearances is statistically limited to one primary host in film, though his influence extends to secondary characters. However, his influence pervasiveness index within the host is absolute. Subject Pazuzu maintains a variable time between psychological torments, ranging from immediate blasphemies to prolonged periods of escalating terror within the possessed subject. Data suggests an average of 4.2 minutes between distinct manifestations of distress.
He loves to play with his food.
An inefficient but psychologically potent tactic, Doctor. Subject Pazuzu's durability and return to operational status count is theoretically infinite due to his non-corporeal nature. His exorcism resistance factor is statistically significant, requiring multiple attempts and significant spiritual expenditure to neutralize.
He certainly doesn't give up easily.
Subject Pazuzu's signature sound/catchphrase impact auditory intimidation score is an average 9.1 on the verbal psychological distress index, indicating superior fear-inducing rhetoric, particularly via vocal distortion and blasphemous utterances. Subject Pazuzu's overall fear factor/iconic presence score, based on a preliminary Chillergeist consensus poll and critical analysis, maintains a 9.5 primal terror coefficient, particularly due to his religious implications and violation of sacred spaces.
And now for the red-faced demon.
Subject Red-Faced Demon's total confirmed abductions, souls, stands at a statistically significant figure, with multiple primary targets successfully transferred to the further across his documented appearances. A highly specialized, if conceptually abstract, output.
He doesn't just kill the body, he takes the soul.
Subject Red-Faced Demon's kill efficiency rating, abductions per active screen minute within the further, maintains a formidable 0.9 abductions per minute when engaged in direct pursuit, indicating high operational efficiency within his preferred dimension.
He's quick when he needs to be. Alright, fear-fiends, we've seen the stats, we've dissected their terror. Now, for the final breakdown, my personal take and Boris's cold, hard data. When it comes to stalking prowess, Pazuzu might not physically stalk, but his insidious presence, the way he subtly infiltrates and corrupts, creates a chilling, inescapable dread. It's a slow, agonizing crawl into madness. The red-faced demon, on the other hand, is a more overt stalker in the further, a terrifying figure that relentlessly pursues. I appreciate the sustained, inescapable psychological torment of Pazuzu. For psychological play, Pazuzu is a master manipulator. The whispers, the blasphemies, the twisting of innocence. It's a symphony of mental anguish. He revels in breaking down his victims from the inside out. The red-faced demon uses nightmares and sudden appearances, which are effective, but Pazuzu's deep, existential dread is simply on another level. He plays with faith itself.
Subject Pazuzu consistently achieves an average pre-termination psychological distress rating of 9.2, primarily through theological subversion and identity erosion tactics. a high-yield return on minimal physical exertion.
Weapon selection and execution is interesting here. Pazuzu's weapon is the very mind and body of his host, a truly terrifying canvas for his art. The contortions, the guttural sounds, the projectile vomiting, it's all part of his horrific masterpiece. The red-faced demon's method is more about capturing souls, which is effective, but lacks the visceral, grotesque artistry that Pazuzu brings.
Subject Pazuzu's tool utilization versatility is high. Doctor, with a demonstrated ability to weaponize biological functions and speech patterns. His cleanliness of termination score is highly variable, often resulting in significant biofluid disbursement and environmental contamination.
For territory dominance, Pazuzu dominates the soul, turning a sacred space into a profane one. He makes the very essence of belief shiver. The red-faced demon has a strong grip on the further, a terrifying dimension, but Pazuzu's invasion is more personal, more fundamental. He makes the home, the self, a place of terror.
Subject Pazuzu exhibits a 99% host control factor within his designated operational zones, the possessed individual. Target ingress into these areas demonstrates a direct correlation with high spiritual mortality rates.
And finally, signature flair. Pazuzu's voice, the head spinning, the spider walk, these are iconic, indelible moments of horror. He leaves an unforgettable, blasphemous mark on the psyche. The red-faced demon's appearance is certainly striking, but Pazuzu's impact resonates on a deeper, more profound level. It's truly a personal touch of pure evil.
Subject Pazuzu's post-termination quip delivery is statistically unique, with a blasphemy to horror conversion rate of 0.8. A highly distinctive, if inefficient, flourish.
Well, fear-fiends, the numbers are in, the artistry has been dissected, and the decision is clear. While the red-faced demon is a formidable entity of pure terror, especially in the further, Pazuzu's ancient, insidious power, his complete and utter dominion over his victims, and his truly iconic status simply cannot be matched. He's not just a monster, he's a violation of everything sacred.
Based on overall fear factor/iconic presence score and host control factor, subject Pazuzu exhibits a statistically superior performance in this head-to-head competition. His established presence and enduring cultural impact also provide a significant statistical advantage.
And there you have it. Our first winner in the supernatural/ghost horror division is none other than the legendary Pazuzu. Join us next time for another thrilling matchup in the Chillergeist Horror League.